So this is clearly a very different setup than what you're used to seeing behind me. Usually you see my garment rack and now my floating shoe display, but now you're actually seeing my desk area. It's kind of what we're going to talk about, not necessarily the fact that I have a desk and a chair, which this chair is amazing. I don't know how I lived without it, or the fact that, yes, I have a canvas print of Yankee Stadium, well, old Yankee Stadium behind me, but more importantly, putting in the work to get to where you want to be, the payoff, and the fact that you actually need to put in the time networking with those who align with what you want to be known for. So let's get started.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take the hit and still finish and one.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Swoosh Chains. Now, I don't have on any, to be honest with you, when I'm filming this. It is right before I need to go to work on Saturday, my last Saturday as an assistant manager at Kids Foot Locker. And if you are ready, if you didn't watch that video, go ahead and I'll make sure I put the link or a card somewhere so you can watch that. But I did, I disclosed yesterday, I believe, yeah, so you're seeing this on Monday. I disclosed on Saturday, technically. My bad, 2 days ago. I disclosed on Saturday that, yeah, it was my last weekend as an assistant manager at Kids Foot Locker because for my career, I received a promotion. So there will be zero reason. It won't make logical sense for me to continue to work that many hours in that capacity and at that level at Kids Foot Locker because of the increased income and the just work-life balance I'll finally have and attain with the promotion. It's amazing. Now, it wasn't something that happened overnight, so I need people to understand that for young adults, if you are watching me, okay, it took time, it took a few years. This was in the making. Now, I'm simply blessed that this position came open in the very division I wanted to transition into, but it took a minute. So the one thing I will always stress to individuals is networking, right? And networking is key. It doesn't matter if it's related to your profession, your career, maybe what you want to do creatively, right? You being able to network will take you places because it's about building connections. It's about creating connections. Now, it's funny I say that because that is one of the values when it comes to Foot Locker branding in itself, right? Create connections with your customers. But that reigns true in life too. You need to make sure that you are creating connections no matter what, because that's what will solidify who you are with an individual, them building a rapport with you, and trust to put you in positions to possibly win. So for myself, in terms of my career, I went on a networking spree at one point. I mean, connecting with tons of people at headquarters, and they were not even necessarily within my little cohort of what I was, who I was used to speaking to. But you connect with this person, and they might refer you to this person, and you bounce all around to the point where I think I had built up anywhere from 10 to 15 different connections. And it was awesome because you find out how long people have been there, what they do in their capacity, and then even what their aspirations are. And you get a better understanding of what you may want to do and what you may not want to do. So you really need to know that, a lot of times, young adults, I'm just going to be honest with you, you may think you want to do a certain job up until the point you see what somebody does day to day. And I will say, I feel like that happens too with YouTube creators, right? A lot of people will say, oh my God, yeah, I want to do YouTube. And then they're not fully aware of everything that goes into it, from setting up the concept of the video and what you're actually going to film, the shots you're going to capture, the angles, and then the editing, and how it all comes together. It's a lot. Not to mention, a lot of people think it's very easy to just get in front of a camera and speak and not be apprehensive, not be shy, not stumble through their words, have a great delivery that really brings in viewership and captures people's attention. Listen, it's not that easy. So if you do want to go into this, take your time. But back to networking. So what you want to focus on is making sure that you are networking with individuals that also embody what you want to be known for, right? So in terms of my career, those that I chose to network with, they are hardworking. They've proven themselves within the company I work for. They are in charge of pretty important decisions in terms of strategizing and making sure that we are moving forward in the direction we want to move. It's not to say that that's not a little bit scary, because some of the connections I've built, listen, they are up there, which means when your name starts to get thrown around in that way, you have to continue to deliver, right? You can't just fall off and, you know, just stop giving 110%. But because that's just simply who I am, and I went above and beyond whenever I could outside of what maybe I'm not going to say necessarily what I'm paid for, but I tried to look at other ways and say, hey, what greater impact can I have for what I do in my position, right? You sometimes may be limited in the resources you have or the influence that you have, but that doesn't mean you can't continue to go above and beyond. And that's what I tried to do, just because you want to add value, right? You want to try and add value. Now, based on the company you work for, you may not always get that respect back. And you have to understand that, right? So you will need to use some discernment. Don't beat yourself into the ground over a company that doesn't appreciate you, that doesn't provide opportunities for advancement, true mentorship, true guidance, right? You need to make sure that you are somewhere where they're trying to actively help you do that. And I'm grateful that I've built the connections to do that. So yeah, with the promotion, I indefinitely work from home. So I started working from home when the whole pandemic started, but now I will never actually return to an office. Not that I think I would be able to return to an office. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you see what I mean? Do you know how difficult it would be to go back to business casual? I'm just being honest. It would be extremely difficult. Now I can be in, 8 and 9 t-shirts and Nike sweatshirts and whatever, and not have to worry about it. But my desk setup, so before this, I was at my countertop all the time, and do you know how difficult that is to try to stay focused working when you're just sitting on a bar stool? It's for the birds. It's not cool. So yes, I went ahead and invested in a brand new desk and then this chair. Now both are actually ordered from Walmart. I was gonna possibly order from Wayfair, and then I said, nah, I don't want that type of energy in my house. So this desk is from Walmart, and then also the chair is from Walmart. Now, the funny part is I'll still end up sitting here, I'm sure, on my phone when I'm editing, or I'll probably bring my Surface tablet over here and end up editing different things. So that means at some point this will be used technically for YouTube purposes. So it'll just be multifaceted or multifunctional. But my setup is awesome. Yes, I do have dual screens. Your girl has a lot that she has to do all the time. I put this up here. Now, I'll have more items probably on my wall as I go through the setup of getting it all how I want. But this is just going to be my little professional setup. And corner, yes, I do have this hat right here. So the funny story behind this hat, I was in college, of course, I'm not going to say of course. So when we won, the last time we won the World Series, it was in 2009, and I was in the middle of finals, like midterms, yeah, because, the baseball World Series happens in like October, November, and I had a classmate who bet me that we would not even make it to the World Series. I said, bet, if we do, you have to buy me an ALCS championship hat, and he said okay. And as soon as we won, I texted him and I said, I will expect my hat to be ordered within the next few days, and he did. And I remember I followed him right to the mailroom for him to get the hat from his mailbox and then give it straight to me. So this is still one of my favorite hats. Now, I don't really wear it, it's just more of a display piece now. But I got my whole little Yankee setup here, and I'm still getting everything around, because once I realized my desk was going to be set up, there was a lot of stuff I had to clean out of this little foyer area, and I'm pretty neat. Like, do you guys see? Or you probably can't fully see this. But this is all very organized, okay? I'm a little type A when it comes to stuff like that. But I might end up shooting some videos here and there, so just thank you for tuning into this. I'm super tired. I really need to get ready for work. And I will appreciate not having to work as much on the weekends anymore. I will say that. But here, just go ahead, subscribe. You see the channel, lots of videos for you. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead, make sure you drop a like on the video. And as always, act your age, not your shoe size. Make sure you are networking for the right reasons and with those you want to actually be associated with, because they align with what you are doing with your own time, all right? As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace out.